Hello, y'all, me again. I just had the doctor's appointment. Thankfully, everything on the colonoscopy was clear, and I'm happy about that. Just IBS, which is something that I struggle with autism. I guess there's a correlation, but I don't know science, so whatever. But I just want to say that, the appointment was a little rough because when I came, apparently my test results hadn't arrived, and some weird reason my doctor got switched, and I don't know what that was about. My poor executive functioning can cause me to have difficulty with navigating paperwork and dealing with medical appointments, and I'm just thankful that I was able to get through it. I mean, I did kind of lose it a little bit with the secretary. I mean, nothing major, nothing crazy, but, that part of me that gets frustrated when things aren't in order and aren't organized and there's any confusion in the air kind of came out a little bit. And I'm not proud of myself for that. But again, God's grace is enough to give us forgiveness. And I asked God to forgive me. And I hope that poor secretary gives me the same grace. But my doctor was really nice. I got the autism stuff and ADHD stuff out of the way first, and I could just tell that she just treated me differently because I feel like, getting this diagnosis just makes everything clearer for me. And, I can explain that when I'm struggling. And I was struggling a little bit focusing on what she was saying in the appointment and just remembering what happened when, as the difficulty with my executive functioning. And I just said to her, I did just recently get diagnosed with autism and ADHD. And I just felt like that made her more compassionate towards me. And it explained like why I might look cuckoo in that appointment. But I'm just so thankful that it's over. And I'm just thankful that, I just have this clarity now that I never had before. And I guess I just want to encourage anyone else who is going through anything like this, whether you've been diagnosed as neurodivergent or you suspect that you are and you're still looking for answers. I just say pursue those answers, because once you get that clarity, the world just like kind of opens up for you. And one thing that God downloaded into me today was, part of being uniquely wired means sometimes having to laugh at yourself when you want to cry. Like, I was like really slow getting my coat on and putting my keys in my bag and the doctor's instructions that she kindly wrote down for me. I was like, sorry, just give me a minute, just bear with me. But, I was able to laugh at myself without getting frustrated. And sometimes we just have to laugh at ourselves when we feel like we want to cry, because sometimes that's the only thing. There's many scriptures in the Bible that talk about laughter and talk about making merry, and that's very important. So I think the best thing to do is when you're struggling, if you laugh at yourself, it just makes everything so much easier and better. And that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you again. And remember, it's not your fault if you've been misdiagnosed for years. Just keep being the person that God created you to be. Have a blessed day, everybody. Bye now.